Well, the funny thing is that I'm just very happy today because I have an awesome business credit card from Digital Federal Credit Union, and with a massive credit limit of $25,000. That's the maximum. Isn't that wonderful? That's fantastic. Don't go anywhere because I have a lot to share with you. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you are to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about a wonderful business credit card from Digital Federal Credit Union with a maximum credit limit of $25,000. Before I actually get into the nitty-gritty, please understand that we have no affiliation, no association, no relationship with Digital Federal Credit Union. They have not paid us to do this video. Our aim in today's video is to be informational, is to educate, is to inform, is to really have a conversation about what's available out there. Okay, so let's get into the credit card facts here. So we're talking about the Business Visa Platinum. And this is a great card, folks. This is a flexible card for purchases, overdraft payments, balance transfers, and cash advances. And the type, it is an unsecured, so no deposit required, and the limit $25,000. And all kinds of credit profiles are welcome. Bad credit, poor credit, low credit, no credit, excellent credit. They take everything. The APR will oscillate between 9.99% to 19.99%. Okay, limit maximum $25,000, and the speed of application review 1 to 3 days. And there are no extra conditions. So this is pretty cool. This is really, really cool. One thing I want to say before I actually get into the card itself is that besides the Business Visa Platinum, you can get other services with Digital Federal Credit Union. As a card member, for example, you can enjoy discounts on other credit programs. I want you to take a look right now. So they do offer, of course, they offer free checking. That's fine. But we love their auto refinancing loans, and those are also available for borrowers with poor credit and fair credit. So this is pretty good. And they also have other personal credit cards. So for example, they have the Visa Platinum credit card that's at the personal level, okay? And they also have other loans that you can be interested in. For example, they have personal loans whose APR starts at 5.99%. Obviously, if you have poor credit, you might get an APR around 10%, but it's still good if you compare that with the 15 or 20% that you might get at other lenders, right? All right, I want to speak to you a little bit about this credit union. Who is this lender? Again, folks, I'm talking to you today about a massive business credit card from Digital Federal Credit Union. The maximum limit is $25,000. Okay, all kinds of credits are welcome. Poor, low, no credit, any kind of credit is welcome. So who is DCU? Digital Federal Credit Union, better known as a DCU, is actually a non-for-profit financial cooperative owned and operated by their members. Okay, so they started about 40 years ago, and since then they've been doing fantastic. And this is a solid organization, folks, well managed. And you can see on the screen there are some of their financials. As of 2020, the credit union had $10 billion in assets. Fantastic. And the cool thing here is that besides credit cards and business credit cards, personal credit cards and business credit cards, they actually offer a wide constellation of services to consumers and businesses. So they have consumer banking and lending services, business banking and lending services. So they have the DCU insurance. So this is an independent insurance agency that provides auto, home, liability, and other property and casualty coverage in multiple states. They have DCU Realty. This is a full-service real estate agency in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. with relocation and other services available in every state. So this is pretty good. I mean, this is really good. This is the kind of credit union that you want to emulate, okay? And we love the fact that they're constantly innovating. They're constantly changing things around. They're constantly introducing new programs, new loan programs, new checking programs, new savings programs. Fantastic. Now, after evaluating this lender on tens of criteria, including the credit card variety, the credit card amount generosity, $25,000, the cost, the reputation of the lender, and the customer service, we assigned Digital Federal Credit Union a score of 10 over 10. This is the perfect score. Again, this is an organization that is well managed, that is well run. We have reviewed hundreds of credit unions and traditional lenders on this show, and DCU is one of the best. I want to talk to you now about the credit card in depth, okay? Kind of give you an idea of what you have to expect. Again, folks, I'm talking to you today about the Business Visa Platinum from DCU, the Digital Federal Credit Union, a massive credit card from that organization, $25,000 maximum credit limit, and all kinds of credit profiles are welcome. Good credit, bad credit, low credit, no credit, not only at the personal level, but also at the business level. Okay, it's very important. And so when you think about the Business Visa Platinum from this credit union, you have a flexible card for purchases, overdraft payments, balance transfer, and cash advances. And especially if you want to purchase and track business expenses if you have a small business and you want to track expenses, that's fantastic. Especially if you want to monitor what your employees are doing, you want to have integrated accounting at every level of the value chain, at every level of the production chain. This is pretty good. And the APR, you can't get better than that. Okay, so you have as low as 9.99%. So the annual fee is $0, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, no cash advance fee, no maximum. The maximum line is $25,000. Okay, and one thing I also want to say here is that they do have I would say a bevy of fees. So even though there is no balance transfer fee, you do have a late payment fee of up to $45 per occurrence. You do have an over limit fee of up to $45 per occurrence. You have a return check fee of up to $25 per occurrence. You have a replacement fee of up to $25 rush fee per card, up to $45 same day rush fee per card, and up to $75 statement copy request up to $2. Okay, so you just want to have an idea of their fees. So even though the rates are cool, they do have a bevy. They do have a collection of fees that you just have to stay away from. You just have to know how to play the game. So you never have to, for example, you never have to ask them to send you a card on the same day, or they have to send you a statement copy. So things you have to just be aware of. I want to talk to you now, folks, and we're still having a conversation here about what? I'm talking to you about a huge business credit card from Digital Federal Credit Union, DCU. Maximum credit limit, $25,000. All kinds of credit profiles are welcome. Low credit, no credit, fair credit, good credit, excellent credit. The first, if you want to be eligible here, the first thing you need to do is you gotta have what? You have to be a member of the credit union. This is very important. And what are the requirements? So you can be eligible by a family relationship to a current DCU member. You can have eligibility by a company you work for or retire from. You can have eligibility by organization you belong to, or eligibility by community. Okay, so you are automatically eligible to join DCU if you live, work, worship, or attend school in one of the communities on their list. Any business or other legal entity located in one of these areas is also automatically eligible to join. Now, one thing we have seen is that you can actually, if you call DCU and speak to them, you don't have to live in Massachusetts. You don't have to live in New Hampshire. There are ways to actually become a member of this credit union. You just have to call them up at 1-800-328-8797. The number, once again, is 800-328-8797. We have found people who actually qualified for a membership at this credit union at DCU, even though they were living in California, in Texas, in Chicago, some were living in New York. What you have to do usually, if you are not in the area, you have to contribute a small amount to a sponsored charity. Usually it's $5 or $10, and you're in. Sometimes they will even allow you to be in if you just open a small savings account with an amount that starts at $5. So things you just have to explore. So if you are a business owner and you're interested in that, something you have to think about. In terms of eligibility, you also have to think about your credit score, your annual revenue. They pay attention to your annual revenue. It's important to also have a business plan. So you want to have an updated business plan because the loan officers at DCU, they will check that. They will review everything. They'll review everything. Okay. And you also want to have additional information ready if they're asking you. For example, your driver's license, any commercial leases, business licenses and permits, personal and business tax returns, business insurance plans, payroll records, incorporation documents, other affiliated corporate ownership, or current added financial obligations. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation with you today about a massive business credit card from DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. We're speaking about a business Visa Platinum, all right? And this card has a maximum credit limit of $25,000. So what is the evidence you need here to get the card? Or when you apply, what's the evidence you need? Now, they might ask you for a wide constellation of documents, depending on your situation, depending on the strength of your application, depending on the states you're applying from. But based on our research and based on many people we asked about in terms of this, while we're researching for this video, DCU wants you to have a business plan. They want you to have an updated business plan. They want you to have an updated set of financial statements. So they want you to be in business for at least 3 months. So when we speak about financial statements, we speak about not only your balance sheet, your income statement, your cash flow statements, but also your statements of owner's equity. A lot of small businesses make the mistake of not preparing that fourth financial document. So you want to prepare that as well. And DCU officers, they also want to see your bank statements, normally, if you have an account with DCU already, that will accelerate things because they have all your transactional history already on file. They don't have to pull anything to see what kind of money you're pulling in every month. Okay, so but if you're not with DCU or you just join DCU, they will probably ask you to provide bank statements from another lender. It could be another credit union or another bank. All right. They also want to see income tax returns at the business level and at the personal level. So your 1040 as well as your 1120 and 1120S or 1120C or your 1065. Remember though, and one thing I didn't say throughout this conversation is that it is assumed that if you're going for a business credit card from DCU, that you have a business, that you have a legit business. You have a company that has been incorporated or organized. In other words, either an LLC or a C Corp or an S Corp. So you got to be really aware of that. I want to talk to you now about how to apply for this card. It's also very important. Again, folks, today I'm speaking to you about a huge credit card, business credit card from DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union, with a maximum balance of $50,000. Sorry, $25,000. I was overly optimistic here. And $25,000. And this is a card that you can actually apply for via email by faxing over the application form to them. You can do it on the website. You can do it over the phone. You can actually visit a branch if you are in the area, or you can mail it in. Based on our research, it's a lot better to visit a branch. With credit unions in general, they like the human touch of things. They don't want to have this sort of a the cold nature of business transactions, where it's only algorithms that handle things. They want to see you. They want you to sit down and explain to them what's really going on with your business, why you need the 25K, why you need a business Visa Platinum credit card in the first place, that kind of stuff. Okay. But I just want to show you, for information purposes, what kind of information you might be required to provide. So if you go to the company's website, you can see on the screen here the very first snapshot. They're asking you about the loan information, right? So they're asking you the loan amounts. They're asking you other information. For example, not the loan, sorry. We're talking here about the credit card. So they will ask you the loan products. So the loan product, this is the business credit card, the Visa business credit card. And you can say applying in the state of Massachusetts. Now, one thing I want to say here is that, which is why I always say it's better to apply over the phone or at the branch or call someone. Because if you go through the website here only allows you to click either Massachusetts, New Hampshire, or Rhode Island. Even though we know from experience that DCU does approve business credit cards and business loans for businesses located outside this trifecta of states, outside these 3 states. Okay, but for the purpose of this example, let's just continue. So they will ask you also, so first they ask you the loan products. This is the BJ Visa. Cash secured, no, this is unsecured. You apply in the state of Massachusetts, for example. Even if you're in California, you can just, and your business's gross annual sales, your net income, the business name, and if you're doing business under a different name, and the key contact person, the phone and the email. And now they want to have an idea of the business address. You can see here. This is pretty standard though, folks. And you can see that they're still asking you the type of organization. Okay, you never want to be a sole proprietorship for this. You want to have an LLC, for example, and then they're asking you, does the business have other loan applications pending approval? No. And has an entity been established? Yes. Okay, and and that's it. Once you have that, just click submit, and they'll get back to you. Now, I want to give you a few pro tips to kind of help you increase your chances of being approved for this incredibly massive business credit card from DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. Okay, maximum credit limit $25,000. Fantastic, low APR, wonderful. And so if you want to qualify for this, you want to maintain good credit. But if you don't have good credit, that's fine. What you want to do is you want to be able to demonstrate sufficient cash flow, because DCU is kind of they're okay to extend you the credit card that you want with the limit that you want. Okay, but they want to make sure that you can repay them back once you spend the money. So you need to demonstrate sufficient cash flow, and you can actually demonstrate that through something called a statement of cash flows. Now, you can ask any accountant. If you have no idea what that is, ask an accountant, or you can go into your QuickBooks or your QuickBooks Online or your Zero or Wave software and just pull the statement of cash flows. That should be fine enough to tell you how much your business is generating in excess or as a deficit every single month. And if it's as a deficit, what are you covering the deficit with? Is it a credit card? Is it a loan? You also want to keep your documents in order. So when we speak about documents, we're speaking about everything from your business tax returns to your business financial statements to your business bank account statements, bank statements. All right. You can keep those electronically, right? You can keep them on the cloud. You don't have to print them out and kind of shove them somewhere. But no, you just have to have access to them if needed. And DCU also wants to make sure that you have an updated business plan. I spoke about that. This is very important. And also a business pitch if need be, so that you can summarize what your business is about and why you need the business credit card. Okay, the business platinum Visa credit card. This is very important. And one thing you also want to have is you want to have your articles of incorporation and articles of incorporation or articles of organization, because this will tell the lender, DCU in this case, how long your company has been in operation, which is in some cases important, because some credit unions and banks, for that matter, do not lend to very recent startups, like baby startups. They don't want that. They want you to start walking, like be there for 6 months or 9 months before they start having a banking or a credit relationship with you. So something to keep in mind. All right, folks, this was it for today's conversation. I was speaking to you about an awesome business credit card from DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union, with a crazily high limit of $25,000 maximum. And I spoke to you about the credit card facts. So this is the Business Visa Platinum from DCU. I spoke to you about the issuer, the card in depth, the eligibility criteria. I also spoke to you about the evidence needed to qualify for this, how to apply, and some pro tips. Thank you so much, folks, for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.